You said before the game that controlling the momentum and the special teams would be keys. Your team seemed to do that pretty well en route to a fairly handy win tonight.
Yeah, I think so. We talked about creating momentum not only on the special teams but on our forecheck. Certainly when our forecheck is on and we're getting pucks in the right spots, we tend to create momentum for ourselves, and I thought we did that. And it was a real good first period, to come out of that with minimal shots against, and just the overall battle level. It was certainly one of the better performances of the season.
We also talked this morning about that first line and how quickly they could generate chemistry. It took about 24 minutes before they started to go off. How about that trio tonight?
Yeah, they were excellent. Certainly liked all four lines tonight, and we did a good job of protecting the middle of the ice, but certainly really Greg's line was on, and it was great to see Soko get on the score sheet, and I thought Lodin obviously with his skill set makes a big difference as well.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it took him too long to get up to speed and get in the mix, and his skill set certainly was on display tonight.
Well, when you're missing those type of players, you're just trying to grind through, and then you all of a sudden get a player with that type of skill set, and you've seen some of the plays he made. The pass he made on Sokolov's, I believe, second goal was outstanding, and very few people can make that type of play. And we talked this morning about Lodin potentially being a game changer. It's just unfortunate that he hasn't been able to stay healthy, and hopefully he can have a great second half here.
As good as the offense was, the defense was really good as well, and we talked about the depth this morning, and that, I think, showed through too.
Well, anytime you add Bernard Docker back to your lineup, he's such a big difference maker. Him and Heater, really since towards March of last year, when they've been together, have been a great pair for us, not only shutting down top lines, but excellent on the PK. So when you add that quality of player, it all of a sudden makes your defense better. And I thought Aspel was excellent tonight too, and he's getting into his groove after missing, pretty much the first half of the season. So the defense was good, and obviously Sogi made some huge saves at important times of the game.
That's twice in this building in 2 games that Jonathan Aspero's let a laser beam go. Is his shot underrated?
Well, I don't think, when people think of Jonathan Aspero, they think all of a sudden, penalty kill and, his engine because his physicality, but he's got some sneaky skill set, and that's why we put him on the first power play. We felt we needed to get more shots from the middle of the ice to open up the seams for Lodin and Ridley Gregg, and it certainly paid off tonight. I thought they moved the puck around very well, and you've seen the type of shot that Aspel can generate. Now, that was a big slap shot, but he's got a quick inside that is as good as they come, and we've seen that during the COVID season, and that's where he kind of had his breakout year in terms of getting pucks through from the point, and hopefully there's many more to come here.
And what about in the crease? Another pretty steady effort from Matt Sogard, and I think gets a result that maybe he had deserved last week as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and he made a couple breakaway saves there. I think about the Murray one off a transition. I think about the one out of the penalty box. Those were 2 key saves in the first period, and obviously he made a couple in the second as well, cross seamers, and then the third as well. Went 4-1. He made a great save there on a east-west play. So he was great, and we talked about cutting our goals against tonight. We said let's cut our goals against by 1. And you start looking at our games last week, and to be able to win 5-1, it was very rewarding.
And lastly, no ice in Syracuse tomorrow. How do you, keep the momentum up with an off day on the road?
Well, we were going to practice, but we talked to the leadership group, and they preferred the day off and just to work out at the hotel. And as this coaching staff, we want to listen to our key guys. And we played a lot of hockey. Last week we played four games. I thought Monday and Tuesday were very high-tempo practices. Monday we only had 8 forwards on the ice, so and I thought the guys worked very, very hard. So all of a sudden you have 2 good practices. You play today, so we'll have a full morning skate Friday, but we won't let them off the hook on a full day off. Mitch, he'll put them through a few, as Belleville would call it, we'll get them in the studio tomorrow for a little yoga and stretching and get them ready for Friday.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Footy.